The following review contains spoilers. Don't watch it if you don't want to know what happens. Oh, hello there. Hey, you know an anime I love? Madoka Magica. Well, heck, everyone loves Madoka Magica. I mean, not only did it give us a great story and characters, but it was the anime that really helped to popularize the idea of taking these usually light-hearted themes and settings and giving them a darker twist. But enough about Madoka Magica. We're here to review a different magical girl anime with a darker twist to it. No, not that one. The one where the magical girls kill each other. Oh, for the love of... This is Magical Girl Raising Project. I'm Jacob Chimera, and welcome to the Anime Lookback at Fall 2016. Magical Girl Raising Project was a show that I had high expectations for. The art was nice, and the premise was intriguing. I mean, who wouldn't want to watch magical girls killing each other? I've seen the magical girl concept with a darker twist before, and I'd always enjoyed it, so I reasoned I would enjoy this too. Sadly, the longer the anime wore on, the less and less I enjoyed it. The main problem with the show is that there are so many characters, they don't get developed very much. This means that their deaths are just there for shock value, and they had no real emotional impact on me. The first few episodes focus mainly on our primary character, Himikawa Koyuki, aka Snow White. She's a pretty basic character, and the only interesting thing about her are her interactions with her fellow magical girl, La Pucelle. La Pucelle is actually a boy that happens to be Koyuki's childhood friend and fellow magical girl enthusiast. But as soon as La Pucelle dies, Snow White not only loses her best character element, but she also gets barely any focus at all until the end of the show, when she's one of the few magical girls left standing. The problem is, since the show wasted so much time at the beginning focusing on Snow White, it's basically trying to play catch-up on all the other characters to get you to care about them before they die. It's a pretty hollow attempt, since each girl's backstory doesn't even get explained until immediately before they die. There isn't any time to form an emotional connection to the characters. Poor Tama doesn't even get her backstory revealed until after she's dead. Why would you do that? That makes no sense. How can I get invested in this character? Why would I care about her motivation if you've already killed her? And beyond just that, the whole motivation behind the magical girls fighting and killing each other is pretty weak when it gets revealed. In Madoka Magica and Yuki Uni, there were reasons for the characters having to sacrifice themselves. But in Magical Girl Raising Project, the reason for the fight is kind of vague and nonsensical. As far as I can tell, the whole purpose for the fight is to try and find the ideal magical girl so that they can either be brought to the world of magic or orchestrate another test to find an ideal magical girl. But since all the girls start out being pretty decent magical girls, forcing them to murderify each other feels like a pretty weak motivation. This show started out promising. It had nice animation, cool character designs, and an interesting premise. But over time, it broke down because it just didn't have the character development or the story needed to support the emotional impact of the deaths. In the end, it turned into a bland slaughterfest I couldn't get invested in. But there may be a promising future for this series. From what I've heard from the people who have read the light novel that the show is based on, the first arc is the worst of all of them. So, if the show gets a second season, hopefully it'll get better. And if it focuses only on Ripple and Snow White as characters, then hopefully the problem with the first season should be avoided. So, to sum up, I wouldn't really recommend this show, but maybe it has a promising future.